UFC mic again. Is this mine? That's me.
Arnold says it tastes funny.
Good Scottish war, that.
Chris, front right here.
None in that.
Just a prop.
I need some monster in that, come on.
I think there might be some in the fridge over there, or there was.
Can I have a monster, please?
Well, overall thoughts on your performance, and how would you grade the win overall?
Little bit rusty, it's my debut. I had to get the win. I lost in my Contender Series fight, and this fight meant a lot to me because financially, I was working full time before I left to go to ATT, so this kind of puts a stamp on that I'm now a professional athlete and I can leave my work, not completely, but not rely on work itself to look after my family. So,
what job were you working at?
I was a personal trainer.
You won't leave that completely now, but eventually you think you will?
Yeah. Obviously, a lot of my clients know that this will be my career eventually, and it's more the reliability of it. If I don't need to rely on it, the job doesn't seem as like a job. If I can do that on the side and help the people that want to be helped. I've got a lot of great clients back home, so it would be great to get back to them and see them.
Well, I would imagine you're probably going to get more clients now that you have a win in the UFC.
Yeah, that would be pretty good, and just to let you know, my prices have went up.
In terms of the game plan, obviously it seemed like it was a pretty wrestling-heavy attack. You shot for a lot of takedowns in there, so how do you think the fight played out relative to what your preparation was? Yeah,
obviously I went to American Top Team, and we knew that his grappling wasn't the best. I don't know, man, your debut is a tough one. I felt pretty focused. There's a lot of improvement on my end. As you've probably seen, I'm quite an exciting fighter. He was waiting for me to attack and then counter, which was quite difficult to deal with. But I'm getting better every day. I'm needing fights back to back because as you've seen from my record, I've had quite a lot of layoffs just because of COVID and things, fighting on other promotions and trying to get out of them, and then COVID again, and it's just been a wicked ride. This MMA is mental, I'm just looking forward to getting that cash in my bank and not have to worry about, working full time.
When you say there's a little rusting when you were in there, do you think that had something to do with your placement on the card? There were obviously a lot of fans in there. Did you feel any sort of octagon jitters or anything going from fighting in the small Apex to now a sold out O2?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's pretty difficult. I felt pretty on point, but my transitions weren't as good as I wanted them to be, and I think I got a little bit of rabbit in the headlights kind of thing. And if I could get a quick turnaround this time around from Sean, if Sean can get me matched, I would really appreciate a quick turnaround. Because since my Contender Series fight, that's been nearly 6 months. That's too long for me. I would really, really appreciate it if Sean could get me something pretty quick.
I was going to ask that. Last one for me. What do you think? What do you want the rest of your year to look like? How active do you want to be? I
would like to be pretty active. Obviously, to try and get rid of those jitters and stuff like that as well. This is supposed to be my job now, so I want to be able to look after it full time and do what I need to do because I'm always learning. And that's my first fight in 6 months, my UFC debut in front of 20,000 people in front of a UK crowd. It's kind of nerve wracking. So I got the job done. That's the main thing.
Chris, just over here. You mentioned about improvements. Is there anything in your performance that you wish you could have perhaps done differently?
Not particularly, no. When I was going first, he was going second. I should have went third. But obviously you've seen the wrestling. Man, it feels like it didn't even happen. It feels like a dream now. That's pretty quick. But yeah, I went to the wrestling. And as my team partner, my training partner would say, let's wrestle.
And do you put any of that down to the kind of the nerves and 100%. The atmosphere in there?
Yeah, it's a tough one. He rocked me in the first, I think it was the first maybe, I went back to my corner and they said, let's get on his legs, you're better at grappling than him, and get the right hand set up and in those legs, and that got me the win of the fight. And it's very important that you win your debut, because I lost in the Contender Series, and I lost pretty badly. So it was good to get back in there, and this is where I'm supposed to be, the UFC.
And do you feel like that experience that you had with Contender Series has kind of set you up for this moment?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Like the Contender Series, it's obviously like you fight in a room like this. It's not like that. That's 20,000 people screaming your name. I was fucking shitting myself, I'm not going to lie.
And to be able to do it here in London, in the UK as well, how much did that mean to you?
Yeah, that meant a lot. Yeah. I got my daughter to come down and watch, and my fiance, I better say fiance. I keep calling my girlfriend, but she's my fiance. So it was great to have them down, and fingers crossed she comes through this door very soon.
So how do you celebrate this win tonight?
5 guys, I think. And then I just want to see my daughter and my girlfriend. I just want to say a massive thank you to Robert Whiteford and Adam Stevenson. They were in my corner. I didn't get a chance to say that in the cage, and obviously my nutritionist Carol, he got to come in my corner this time around. Without them, this journey wouldn't be possible. Those guys put a lot into me, and we have our ups and downs and stuff like that, but I'll always be appreciative of them, and I'm going to the top. I just need to keep working on this.
Congrats.
Chris, just over. So first of all, has been an up and down journey. So when you had your Contender Series fight, didn't go your way, but then you went away, got a win. How did it feel then, getting that call for Contender Series again? You thought, this is now my chance now.
Well, when I lost my Contender Series fight, Dana White and Sean Shelby came through the back, and they said to me, listen, we appreciate what you've done, because I cut weight like 3 times in the space of a month to get my shot in the Contender Series, because obviously my opponent pulled out. And I feel that was probably why I lost to that left hook. So they said, go away, get a win, and we'll have you back. So I took that as like, right, okay, let's get to work. And then the experience of losing and knowing that I'm not made of steel, and coming back and having a game plan coming into the next one. But then obviously Charlie rocked me a little bit last time. The experience in Contender Series is just like a minuscule compared to that 20,000 crowd out there.
And you said obviously with Contender Series you had pull-outs. Did you learn, because obviously you had a pull-out on this fight as well, you meant to fight Michael Figlak, weren't you?
Yeah.
So because you had pull-outs before, did that sort of prepare you for this day? You thought, I've had another pull-out, but I've been here, I've done this before.
That's why they call me the problem by name, problem by nature. So it's like water off a duck's back.
You're an exciting fighter. So your Contender Series fight was very exciting. This one was back and forth exciting fight. And I really hope they match you again, hopefully in July going forward. I'm sure, would that be something you'd be interested in, as long as you're medically cleared?
Of course, yeah, I'll be medically cleared, man. I've just got a few bumps and scrapes, and I've said to all the interviews before, I want to get back in there relatively quick, because I feel like I'm a momentum fighter, and I want to get back in there and do my job, because that was 6 months since Contenders, Felt a bit jittery in there, but there's always room for improvement. Oh, sorry, mate. I was just going to say, there's no perfect in here, There's always things you can improve on.
Was there any extra pressure coming into today? I know it's your debut, but also it's one of the biggest events we've had in the UK since Bisping fought Dan Henderson in Manchester. It's a pay-per-view event. It's a big card title fight. Did that add any more?
Yeah, definitely. There was a little bit of pressure, but I didn't feel it in there and stuff like that. And I've got my cornermen here and looking after me, but. It's just more of the improvement from my end that I need to work on. I've got all the skills to beat anybody, so I'm looking forward to hearing from my training partners in America what they've got to tell me about the fight, and my coaches, American top team, and obviously speak to my coaches that are back there with me just now to see what I can improve on, because I'm always learning. I'm just a baby in this game.
Yeah, man, fair play. And congratulations, and
thank you.
Good night for Scotland as well here. So that's good.
Damn right it is.